Recording in progress. Man, I'm
Hey,
really excited for this.
yeah,
This,
we're recording. Well,
I mean,
well, I
shit,
am
shit me.
pumped for memes today. Absolutely pumped because wow, they are popping off. 20X's, 10X's. Like, what kind of X would you like today, sir? Well, 15 would be nice. You got anything
And
up your sleeve, Scott?
yes, I have. As a matter of fact, I've got some greasy, greasy shit to show you guys. But I mean, we've got to be clear. This is happening not because I'm so smart or Ian and I are great traders. It's happening because it's right place, right time. This is just the way it is. You know, I am very much a seasonal trader. I go, because I'm such a shameless whore, I'll go wherever is making money right now.
Yeah.
And this is the truth of it. You know, um when all those celebs dropped into meme coins, that was the time to go, whoa, 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 I don't want anything to do with these things. But now, boy, 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 boy.
It is a different story. Now, okay, let me stop sharing this screen.
Dan, I disagree with you, man. I get to show you some wallets, and we'll show you some memes that are pumping right now, and we'll show you why they're pumping right now. And I'm going to show you how you can do it too. So let me share this. Actually, let me. Okay, you guys can see my screen, right?
Yes, we can.
And jump in Ian if ever I do anything stupid. So it's a weird cycle right now. I mean, usually the way that crypto cycles go is Bitcoin goes first, Ethereum, Solana, and Litecoin, and the bigger coins go second, and then we start to see some runners in the medium-sized coins, the runes, the pendles, that kind of shit. And then eventually, somewhere within a month of the end of whatever run we're on, the garbage starts floating to the surface. We're seeing we're seeing an opposite thing. So the really garbage coins are pumping now. They're going first, which is kind of weird. So let's dive deep, and we're going to get into the weeds today. I'm going to show you all of my wallets, and I'm going to show you exactly how I trade, how I hide my trades from other people, because this is a very predatory game. Now, the first thing that you need to know, we're talking about meme coins today, by the way. This is all about tiny meme coins, which are very different from the bigger meme coins. The bigger meme coins, the Popcats, the Mogs, the Turbos, the Bretts, the things that are already like that, the Pepes, Flockies, Doges, those are already real coins. Those aren't dying. Those go up and down very fast based on what the underlying coin is. What's my thoughts on Brett? I think it's had an amazing run, and I think the upside is limited. Then I think I think it'll probably do really, really well if we get a strong bull market, but I think everything will do well if we get a strong bull market. If you are starting with a small stack, like if you're starting with $1,000, $2,000, $5,000, these tiny, tiny little market cap coins, the sub $1 million, these are the ones that you want to see. But the first thing you have to understand is that only 1% of these coins are ever going to see the inside of an exchange. They regularly go up and down 20x in a few days. I'll show you why in a moment, and I'll show you how to connect your Phantom wallet in a sec. Do we have a 10x with Niggerbutt and Mitch? Well, we already have a 20x with Mitch. I think we probably got about another 2 to 5x on Mitch before we should be scaling out. I think we've definitely got a 10x with Niggerbutt, another one. And I think Sigma's looking pretty good too. Now, but first, let's just diverge into like the state of the markets. Like, and I saw this and it kind of resonated with me. Like last cycle, the Bitcoin hodlers were like, stack Satoshis and just never sell. And now they're like idiots. So this is today's chart. Yesterday was looking pretty grim. So, oh no, after like, and it's perfectly normal after 3 weeks of up to have a couple of days of down. But look at what happened overnight. It went down and then people bought the fuck out of it. This is a really, really good sign. Now, ETF, they announced that Ethereum, they announced the ETF here. People bought in anticipation of the announcement. And this was a buy the rumor, sell the fact situation. So many people bought the ETF news in anticipation of selling it here, and they just sold. We're starting to see a little bounce here, but this Ethereum is going to have, these are the spot Ethereum flows. So what happened is we have this old Ethereum Grayscale ETF, which was a scam. It was basically a high fee scam making money for Barry Silbert. And we have these new ones. You can see the new ones are adding AUM, and people are leaving the old ones. This Grayscale one, and the green line is the total. So what we want to see for Ethereum to get some love is this to slowly turn around. The bottom line is that it's definitely on. It's definitely a bull market. We've got all the signs of a bull market. We're going to be at all-time highs pretty soon. But I want you to know this. As a long investor in crypto, you want it to feel a bit ass-puckery. You don't want to feel like this is guaranteed free money. As soon as you start feeling that, take it to the bank. You're about to get fucked. When it seems like it's a dead set certainty that we're so early, anytime you feel like bragging on Facebook, anytime you feel like you can quit your job and do this. For me, it was always shopping for real estate. Ask me how I know. I just bought a ridiculously expensive house a couple of months ago, a month ago at the exact top, but I've had a good year trading, so it's time to spend some money on a house. When it seems like a certainty, that's when you sell. Now, back to memes. Step one, do not trade any celebrity meme coins. 30 celebrity meme coins have launched in the last month. 50% of those are down 99% per more. Thanks, 50 Cent, 99.9% down. Flocker, 99.7% down. Who the fuck all of these fucking retards are? Baron, fuck. These are the best performing celebrity meme coins. Down 73, 75, 78, 78. Like, these are the best performing celebrity meme coins in the last month. Do not trade celebrity meme coins. These guys are, whatever you think of Andrew Tate, he's not your friend. You're his exit liquidity. He's going to dump on you. Don't trade these things. So the influencer days, how do you know they're celebrity coins? Because you've heard of them. Like just Google the guy. Or what you'll see is you'll see them being promoted on their Twitter. And usually, if celebrities want to come into the space, what they should be doing is the same as you and I fucking did. They should be buying a bunch of coins. They should be they should be buying some Bitcoin. They should be buying some Ethereum. They should be buying some other coins, some Runes, some Pendle, some this, some that, some Mog, some Bobcat. And they should be experiencing what it's like to go up and go down and the wild ride they should be doing it like us. If they're serious about crypto, they should be just pushing their chips into the middle of the table, just like you and I do. But they're not. The celebrities who don't do that, who come in day one and launch a coin, they're just there to extract value from it. I'll show you, man. I'll show you how we found Mitch Coin in a sec. So the influencer days are over. All these KOLs, they call them key opinion leaders. There's maybe 3 who are legit anymore. One is, but they don't trade meme coins. You follow actual traders now. So how do you find these traders? You find one who makes money, you find them on Twitter, and you see who they interact with. And you need Twitter to do meme trading. You actually do. And you find wallets who are profitable on hot tickers. Let me show you how. So we use Dex Screener. Dex Screener is free. Let's look at, say, Retardio. Its market cap is $108 million. Bought it at $5 million. Look at it go. That's fucking great. Now, let's look at my wallets in Retardio. Now, you want to have, see this thing up here, this Phantom wallet? You want to install Phantom wallet and you want to install it on your browser, whatever browser you use. Now, you want to have multiple accounts. So I have, and I'll show you why you want to have multiple accounts, because you want to be able to hide your shit. So in my first account here, I got 240 grand worth of Retardio and 10 grand worth of Dolan Tremp. In my second account, I've got some AI bullshit that went to 0 and a little bit of Solana. In this account, which I use for Unibot trading, which I'll show you why, I've split it all up. So I've got Mitch, I've got Niggerbot token, and I've got Solana, and then I've got the rest split out between some small accounts, A4, I've got another 3 grand worth of Mitch. So these are all my Phantom wallets, plus the Unibot ones, which I'll show you in a minute, plus my MetaMask wallets, which I'll show you in a minute too. But the idea is that everyone is going to be following you. If you're a big holder, and for a small coin like Mitch, even 10 grand is a decent sized position. And if you start to sell it all, people are going to notice they're also going to sell. So you have to split it up. How do you add a unit to Phantom? Really simply. You click on plus, let's add a wallet, create new account. Let's use the same secret phrase as all of them, and we'll call it account number 8, and we'll create it. And now we've got a brand new wallet. You can receive, and I'm going to copy. And now I'm going to go back to testing and see how much Solana have I got. I've got 0.92, and I'm going to send some Solana to that new wallet. And how much am I going to sell? I've got 0.92, so I'm going to send 0.2 Solana. You need some Solana in your wallet to be able to do some tracking, and I'm going to send that. Bing, bang, boom. We go back to account number 8, and you can see now we have 0.2 Solana in it, right?
You can, yeah.
Okay. So let me show you a cool trick. Let's say you accumulate too much of whatever token. You can send this to the liquidity provider, and I'll put a video on this, and then suck it back out into a fresh account. And this is what I do to fool what's called the bubble maps. Now let me keep moving and I'll show you how this works. So what we want to what we want to do here is go to our top holders. The first thing you want to do to see is a meme coin bullshit is who owns the supply. So what we don't want to see is one guy holding 10% of the supply. That's dodgy. What we want to see is it split up like this. The next thing that we want to see is, are these top holders? And when I'm trading these memes, I spend half my day clicking around and I see, okay, this guy, these are the transactions this guy's made. He sold. He probably just got his money back. These are the transactions that are coming in. And this is the real tape. Some people selling, some people buying, some people selling. We've got a big buy there. We've got a string of buys. We've got a string of sells. Now, if we look at that on a 1 minute chart, which is what you should do when you're about to sell, you can see, well, hang on, it's going up while people are selling. We're just following the whales. What happens when the guy that holds 10% has split up into his accounts into 10 or 20 wallets? I'll show you. I'll show you. So let's go to bubblemaps.io. We click on launch app. This is a key tool for you. You want to make sure it's the right Retadio token. I happen to know that that's the right contract address. This is everyone's wallet, all connected, right? Dex Screener is free. Dex Screener is what most people use. Now, you can see this original guy spread it out to a bunch of his buddies. These guys are all connected. These guys are all connected. He went from here to here to here to here to here to here to here. Let's look at my wallet. Which is, all right, let's see my wallet in there. So I'm here. You can do this on Sol and Etherscan. It's just on Sol Scan and Etherscan. It's easier to do it with Bubble Maps because you can see it. So this is my wallet right here. You can see it's not connected to shit. If I started spreading that out like this guy, this is a guy that you got to keep in mind. This guy is a potential dumper. You can see he's got a reasonable amount. And we're going to join all those together. So this guy has a high transfer volume. Okay, he's buying Retadio Cousins NFTs with his money. That's okay. Okay, you guys got this. You guys got this concept. Now, what we're looking for in a coin is you're always going to see this. You're always going to see 1 or 2 or 3 or 4 guys that are trying to fuck with the system. Like this guy's trying to fuck with the system. This guy's trying to fuck with the system. This guy's trying to fuck with the system. They're not trying too hard. What you don't want to see is a completely organized. What's one that went down 99%? What was what was
Tate was the best influencer. 50 Cent sucked.
what was it? What was the coin called? 50 Cent?
Yeah, there we go.
Let's see if no, that's not the right 50 Cent. That looks legit, and 50 Cent was far from legit. Yeah. All right. So this one here has 81% of the supply. And you can see he's tried to hide it by giving it to all these ones in here. This is exactly the thing that you don't want to get involved with. Why? Because all these guys are the same fucking guy. Some guy holds 81% of the supply and you're fucked. Now, let me show you what happens on a small cap coin. What's a small cap coin that we hold? What's the fucking one that we did yesterday? Mitch. So let's sell. So let's sell 1 sol worth of Mitch. Now, I'm going to do this the easiest way on Telegram. If you go to Telegram, and Ian's going to post a link for the Trojan bot on Solana, which is the one that I use. Let me show you how to use this thing. The first thing you do is you've got a menu that you access by accessing Start. So if I click on Start, it's going to tell me the name of my Solana wallet, and I can transfer to that. It'll tell me my balance in Sol. I've got $124 in Sol. I can click on Positions, and it'll show me my positions. I've got some Niggerbot. I've got some Mitch. Now you can sell or buy. Now let's sell X% and see what happens. Now you can either put a percentage to sell, but let's sell 1 sol. So I'm going to type 1 sol in there. I'm going to click enter. And you can do dollar cost average. You can do limit. A limit is for taking profits. We're going to cover that in a minute. And we're going to go sell. Okay. We can view this on SolScan, but it's much easier to view it on the chart. You can see how I drove the price down a little bit with my sell. Watch me buy it back. I'm going to click on buy 1 sol. And you can see, as I bought it back, you can see the impact on the price. Does everyone see this? This is key to understand. Oh shit! Sorry, I'm not sharing the right screen. Sorry, my bad. So this here was me selling the 1 sol. This here was me buying it back. This is key to understanding. So when you trade these small coins, you're like Warren Buffett. You're trapped. You can't get out. This is very, very important to understand. Now, this is with a coin with an $181,000 market cap. Let's try it. Let's try it with a very small coin, a market cap with 27K. This is an absolutely horrendous coin that I happen to. Okay. We've got $100 worth of this. Let's see what happens if we even sell $10 worth of this. And I'm going to go to, okay, so the first thing I'm going to do is select the contract address up here. So I'm going to copy this part up here. I'm going to go to Raydium. I'm going to connect wallet. and we're going to convert this coin Sorry, this one is so small it's not even being traded, nor should it be traded. It's a disgusting coin. Someone airdropped that to me. I've been looking to get rid of it. Okay, so let's look at what happens if we sell. What have we got here? Sorry, there's something I'm missing here. Sorry, it's early in the morning for me. So let's do what have we got here? What are we trading here? We're trading in butts. Okay, so let's click on nigger butt. So we're selling that. We're selling 0.5 sol. Okay, now let me just stop sharing and I'll share Telegram so you can see success. If you want to view it on SolScan, you can. And stop share. So you can see this, you can see the from my wallet for that. And now if we go back to you can see this was me. That was selling $50 worth of a coin. This is the key understanding that you guys need to take away from all this. All of this is relevant to Americans because you don't, that no one keeps addresses. This is probably the best way for Americans to grind out. Yeah, Dan Dupont, for fuck's sake, get to the point. How to make $1,000 into a mil. Hey Dan, why don't you fuck right off, buddy? You know, I made $2,000 into 45 grand yesterday. So I don't know. Maybe I'm doing okay. I'm trying to show you what to do. If you want to say, for fuck's sake, get to the point, how about you fuck right off, buddy? Why don't you shove that dickhead out of the chat, please? Okay. Have a request in the chat to look at Purple Pepe. Looks pretty. You can see that these guys at the start are all overlapping, right? And then, so this is a pretty reasonable bubble map. This is an organic looking bubble map. What we're not seeing is an obvious scam where everyone's transferring to everyone else to try and hide their shit. All of this complete ball ache about this, all the complexity with it. This is why you make money. And yes, I get this is confusing. I mean, we're simplifying it, but let's look at the types of memes. there are two types of memes, really. There are pump.fun memes, and these are easy to launch. You can go to pump.fun and you can launch your own meme coin. What happens is they need liquidity. So these are all the coins that are being created. You can see they're being created every second. Market cap. Most of these are tadpoles that are going to get eaten. Most of these will never get to Raydium. Once they get enough capital that they have a liquidity pool, they become king of the hill. So let's look at this one. You can see that it's become king of the hill. It's going to be created on Raydium Pool, will be seeded with $14,000 with liquidity. And then immediately what's going to happen is what happens with every single token. Let's look at Sigma because it's one that we're trading. Immediately after they launch, they go up. Usually they go down straight away. So if we look at new coins, Pixar, MalgaCat, this is the normal thing that happens in a launch. The very first 1 minute will look like this. What this is something you can't participate in. There's a bunch of automated people buying everything and then selling up here, and they make really good profits. And then they dump. You can't participate in this. So what you want when you're choosing a meme is a coin that survives the first day. You don't want to buy this. You would never buy this. What you want is a coin where the big holders, and let's look at what's the one we're just buying? Yeah. This is the one we're buying today. And I want you to see some similarities with Retardio, which is our big win. You can see it had the big spike and then the drop, but it held. And it has, big spikes as people take profits because they've made like 10 times their money. It's natural to take profits at a 10x. But what we want to see is them not going down too much. Now, I want you to see that this is very similar to the Retardio chart. You can see how in all this period, people took profits because it was a 10x, and then it went down and went up. And once it finally breaks out of this basing, what you want to do is go to the top holders, spend 20 minutes clicking through them all to make sure how much have they sold. So we'll pick a random guy, click on transactions, and say he bought some and he sold what, 60 grand US. He's probably just about got his money back. And this is the smart way to play. This is the way that I want you guys to play meme coins, is to get your money back as soon as you feel comfortable getting your money back, because these can go to zero at any time. Now, this is the list of the top market cap pump fund memes. 169K, 140K, 69. These are the top 10. By the time we get down to the top 10, we've got Hair, which is one of ours, which is 17 million. The odds of these things becoming the next Mitchie, the next Billy, the next Tate, the next whatever are very, very low. Dude, I send more coins in this group every day. So the pump fund coins have a small probability of being big. You want to be getting at least some of your profits out at 1 million, at 2 million, at 3 million, at 4 million, at 5 million. So some mechanics, Solana is the best ecosystem. Why? Because it's really cheap to trade. Costs you $50 to trade every time you trade on Ethereum. It costs you like a few cents to trade on Solana. So we can fuck around a lot. We can in out. This creates an ideal environment for DJs. Radium.io and Jupe are the best places to trade. The Trojan bot on Telegram app, and let me just post the link for that. Where's my roughly?
Posted that link earlier. I'll scroll up through the chat and grab it.
Yeah. Okay. Now, let me show you one more thing. Let me show you how to take profits. So we've got our positions here, a Niggerbot and Mitch. Let's look at my limit orders. These are my limit orders are profit taking orders. So what you want to do is, and you can see I've got my orders to get my initial money out at these prices. Let me show you how to create one. So let's click on limit orders. Sorry, back.
Sorry, Scott, we just need to switch the screen again. We're looking at the slide at the moment.
Sorry, my bad. Okay. So let's sell. Select a token. We're going to sell Mitch. What type of order? A swap is just swapping Sol for Mitch. Dollar cost average is I want to buy some Mitch, but I don't want to get fucked on the buy. I'm just going to buy some every 5 minutes. We're going to click on limit. How much are we going to sell? We can either sell a percentage to sell. We can sell 50%, or we can sell 2 Sol. We can sell an amount of Sol. And then we're going to click on trigger price. And the trigger price that we want is, let me just check. Let's make it 7,000.0007. Now, pro tip, never put round numbers like this, because other people are going to be putting round numbers too. 0.00069 is much better. Okay, now we've got an expiry date. How long do we want? Let's set it for 30 days. Okay, so now we have a limit order for 5% of my position with 3% slippage allowable. We've got a trigger price of 0.00069, which is about triple where it 300% from where it is. We're going to expire that in 30 days. We're going to click on create order, and that's created order. Now, what this does is this automatically gets me out when it hits that price. Can you see how this is the way to do it? Now look at Mitch. When we bought it, somewhere down here, it went up, it went down 50% overnight. This is just totally normal for this type of thing. And if we zoom in, you can see exactly why it went down, because one guy was stupid enough to say, I'm going to full stack exit in one go. Any time that you sell your whole stack, if you sell 10 grand worth of this at once, it's going to absolutely crater the price. It's like being Warren Buffett, guys. Oh, sorry, I'm not sharing the right screen. Sorry. Please keep busting me in with this.
But the risk premium, eh? Doing the work.
Well, what you want to do is really, is really not give too many fucks. So this all happened in 1 minute. And why did it happen? It happened because one single guy decided that he was going to sell. How much did he sell? You can see he sold more than usual, but this all happened in 1 minute. So it's one guy that caused this. Now, if you think about Bitcoin, when you sell Bitcoin, you're moving the chart. You're not moving the chart at all. When you sell Ethereum, you're not moving the chart at all. You sell probably even $5,000 worth of this. You're going to move the chart by 50%. So what's the solution here? You sell into strength. Now, let me show you my wallet. Okay. So you can click on a holder and see where they bought. I bought before this even became a coin. I bought while it was still on Pump Fund before the bonding curve, which is a strategy that I'll get to in a moment. So I bought way back here when it was a $10,000 market cap coin. It may not have even become a Pump Fund, a real coin at that point. You can see it initially spiked and then dropped. This was overnight. This is a 1 hour chart. When it spiked again, where am I selling? Let's go back. So this is my first wave of selling. What do you guys in the chat all notice about the wave of selling? I don't sell at top, Freedom. This is critical to understand because I don't know when the top is. I sell, I do multiple sells. I'm selling in small clips. I'm selling 1, 2, 3 SOL at a time, and I'm selling while it's going up. If you wait until it starts going down and try and use stop losses or any shit like that, you're going to absolutely crater it down here. So this is the first lot of selling that I did on Mitch. What do you notice about the second lot of selling that I did on Mitch? I'm selling at higher volume. I'm not selling when there's lower volume. Very great pickup. Look, the 100x Coin Club is faster than FinRev. Meme coins is more difficult, but faster again profits. Now, you'll notice that I'm selling out into strength. I'm never selling out. I sold out here into strength. Here, these A's are when I realized I needed to start hiding my shit, and I started flicking it between all my other wallets. So this is me hiding my shit. And this is us selling and then buying back here. What does hiding your shit do? Well, because if we look at the top holders of Mitch, here I am. I'm number, after the liquidity pool, 1, 2, 3. I'm the third biggest guy. I'm actually the third biggest guy. People are going to check on my transactions and say, well, when's he buying? When's he selling? And they're going to see, oh shit, this guy's selling out. And they're going to follow me. So what I want to do is I don't want to be on this top holder list more than I have to be. So I want to hide my stuff by, and let me show you how I hide my stuff. You add different wallets on here, and I have a different wallet. This is the wallet I use for the Telegram bot. You can see I've got some Mitch here. 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 Can you see how I'm hiding my shit? This is very, very important. Now, critical. Take profits when you can. Take profits on the way up. Now, you guys are always going to have my wallets. Let me just post some. Here's my Unibot. So you can see that you can always search these on SolScan. Retardio and Tramp wallet. Four, yeah, five. Six. So you can follow my wallet. And make sure that I don't dump on you. How do I identify the likes of Sigma and Hair before they ran? Hey, Nick, how you doing, bro? Let me show you. Basically, I look at all the holders on recently successful pumps and I see them getting into new coins. So let's say it's going to be difficult for me to do it in real time, but I follow a bunch of people on Twitter. I follow people who are successfully making money, and I figure out what else they're in, because these guys are all in group chats and they all figure it out. And people ride hot streaks. So this is one I really like. If the top holders don't sell out. So what you want to do is, this is the liquidity provider. You want to check these guys and see what they're doing. They're buying more. Top holder is buying more. That guy has held it since before the bonding curve. That's the liquidity pool. He hasn't sold anything. This guy's buying more. So you can see here, if we scroll down through that, this guy hasn't sold anything. What we're getting a picture of here, whoa, let's look at this guy, is this guy bought here. He bought some more here. He sold some here. He sold some here. Let's break it down a bit. So this is a guy who bought here and then sold some initials, and he's still got a bag, and he bought here. This is a guy who's in it for the long haul. What you don't want to see, what would rule out a coin, is if you go to the top 20 holders and you find some guy who's just full stack dumping. But this guy's not full stack dumping. He's buying more, right? He hasn't sold a damn thing. This is exactly what we want to see. This is why I recommended Hair, because the big holders aren't sellers. So, important thing to understand, any single person who holds even 1% of the supply can crash this coin. So we're in a game theory. We're in a prisoner's dilemma. First guy to sell makes some money. He probably doubles his money, triples his money, but he fucks everyone else. What you want to see is it's a game of musical chairs, right? The first guy to sell starts a wave of selling because everyone thinks, fuck. If you get guys who are going to sell on any down thing, this is a coin that you don't want to be part of. If it's 80% in the liquidity pool, that is a great sign. That is a great sign because the more in the liquidity pool, the less it drops when you sell, and the less it goes up when you buy. Can you hear me now? Is the audio okay?
It was perfect throughout.
All right. All right. So, yeah, the tools that I use Radium.io for buying and Jube. These are the best places to trade. I recommend, because it's so easy, to use TrojanBot and Telegram app. They take a 1% tax on it, which is kind of, but it's so easy because what you do is you just buy your coin, you set your limit exits, and then you just have to set and forget, and it takes the profits automatically. This is the best way to grind a wallet up from zero. DexScreener.com, free, and BubbleMaps.io are your key tools. There's another one called CeeLo that lets you put alerts on wallets. So I've got a mate who puts alerts on all the big wallets. Now, taking profits, you want to take profits into strength in small clips, 1 sol, 2 sol, 3 sol. Can you have several wallets attached to the Trojan bot? You can, but I prefer to have those wallets also in Phantom. So what I do is I import secret recovery phrase, and you can export that from Unibot into this. Oh, sorry, I'm not sharing my slides right now. Sorry, I'm an idiot. So taking profits into strength, you want to take profits into strength at small clips. Can you see my Phantom pop up here?
And
okay. So to add a Unibot account, you go connect wallet, you go import secret recovery. No, you don't do that. Excuse that. Import private key, and you copy and paste it from Unibot, basically. Okay. So I've shown you the effect. So do never, ever, ever say, okay, I put $1,000 into this. I've got 10 grand. I just want that 10 grand back, because you don't get the 10 grand back. You're only going to get about 5 grand back. You're going to fuck yourself. You sell into strength and you sell in small clips. The key understanding is that you can't get out. You know, you're locked in here with them and they're locked in here with you. Okay, at about $100 million market cap, this is the line in the sand. Before then, the early holders can't get out in size, and the whales can't buy in meaningful size. If you're a guy like me, I run 8 figures in my accounts. Like, I'm just fucking around doing. I'm just fucking around doing some meme trading here. I'm just like, I've made like 50 grand this month doing it. Like, that's not that much money for the effort. Like, I probably shouldn't even be doing this. I just want to show you guys how it's done. Once they get to about $100 million, this is the stage where whales can buy them. What you want to look for is community. Now, community is not just a bunch of people who are going to dump on each other first chance they get. The reason I went so big on Retardio, I'll show you why.
post your Twitter handle as well, Scott.
Yeah, sure. Um, here's my Twitter handle. If you look at Retardio and you look at you want to look at you, you want to look at just the vibe underneath this. And you'll see that there's like a big community of people who are like all in on Retardio, and they like it. They like saying the word Retardio. Retardio is a bet that Retardio itself, the word, is going to become a meme. It's a counter. It's a counterculture. Like, this is against the pussification of crypto. Like, these are not like things that. This is not like G-rated stuff. You know, these guys are like, we're Retardio, world order, we're going to take over. You know, they're idiots. These are morons. Like, this is kind of what you want to see. You want to see something that's funny. If a meme doesn't make you laugh, if it's just another, it's just another cat coin, just another this, just another that, you don't want anything to do with it. So this is why I was all in on Retardio. And my main play now, you got to remember that money flows outwards. How much Retardio do I have? I get $247,000 worth of Retardio. Do you really think I'd be playing with meme coins unless I was feeling a bit like loose because I've got that much because I've got that much profit? Now I can start playing other coins. What are the obvious coins to play? The obvious coins to play are the coins that all the Retardio big holders who've also got money are playing. So this is how you find it. You use Dex Screener, you go through Retardio holders, you look at their wallets, and you do that by you click on Explorer, you go to Sol Scan, and you can see that the transactions that they've made and transfers. What are they buying? Sakano, Mungi, Camel. And you spend the morning going, okay, there's probably going to be a Kamala meme that's going to bang. That's probably topical. Is this the right one? And then you look at this one and we go, the market cap is 86,000. This is an interesting thing. What is the buying strategy? How do you decide you actually get in? This is a very, very good question. Let's look. There's two ways. One is you buy before it bangs. The second is you buy after and the second way is what I recommend. Let's pick a random coin. Okay, Pepe Tate is 1 hour old. It's going through the moon. This is all bots. You want to wait until this comes down. This is a 4-minute old coin. So okay, perfect. So you either want to buy before the pump or after the first drop when it stabilizes. You never want to buy when it's going down. You want to buy when it stabilizes and starts going back up again. After the first pump and go down to make sure that it's going to go back up. And what you want to, the check that you want to do is you want to check the top holders and make sure they didn't sell out. If they sold out, it's all over. It's going to be a dead coin. Okay, so the safer way, yeah, I haven't got time to go into all these. Like, we'll get deep in the weeds if we look at all these, BDAG coins. But the line in the sand is around $100 million. So you want to buy pump.fund coins cheap, and you want to sell out. Really, you want to be at least half out by the time they get to $1 million $1 million market cap. You want to choose those coins based on people who are currently making a lot of money riding a hot streak, because they'll be coordinating behind the scenes in private chats. That's it. I mean, that's really it. You're just following along other people who are making money, other people who are manipulating the market, and you're trying to get out ahead of them in a game of musical chairs. This is the best way to run up a very, very small stack. Now, you always want to keep a moon bag. So let me show you why you want to keep a moon bag. This was my buy in Cock Inu. You see what happened? Pump and then dump. And I bought at, I bought here. This was 100 grand profit by the time I exited at this blue line, which wasn't a particularly good exit. I should have re-entered here. And you can see what happened. When these things go down, they go down hard. So you can see this is a wild ride. This is up to this is $139 million market cap. It was at $1 billion for one thing. You never copy trade. That is a great question. Copy traders deserve to get dumped on. And in fact, all good traders will, if you try and copy trade me, I'll dump on you. I'll see you copy trading me and I'll fuck with you. If I see you doing that, how do you enter before the pump? These are educated, these are bets. These aren't crystal ball things. You want to find a meme that's funny. You want to find a community that's real, that's not just a bunch of fake ass bullshit. You want to find traders in there who have a track record of making money right now in the last month. You want to find not big influencers. You want no celebrity involvement at all. And you want the big holders not selling out on the first pump. Yeah, you're going to get a recording of this. So this is it. This is the best way to run up $1,000 or $500 or whatever. Like, fuck. Yeah, it's a lot of work. Yeah, it's complicated. Yeah, you got some learning to do. It's a job. It's a grindy job. Everyone's out to fuck you. It's dog eat dog, cat eat cat. You got to be smart and paranoid. But if you're starting out with $1,000 and you want to turn that into 50 grand and then dump that into FinRev, or dump that into some alts and then turn that into $1 million, this is how you turn $1,000 into $1 million. No shit. You have to do a little bit of grinding. There's no way. Now, this 2024 bull market could be the final, biggest, longest bull market we're ever going to experience. Yeah, I'll send out the recording for the chat. That's a good idea. The whales, the institutions, the VCs, they're taking advantage of this last real crypto bull market. Dan, I think that Brett has already had its run. I think Brett at roughly, it's just under $1 billion market cap today. Where can it go to? If we get a bull market, it could go to 5 billion. Is it going to flip Shiba, which is currently 2.6? Probably not. I would say the bulk of it has been done. It's slightly different than last time. I'm going to show you the exact strategies I'm using to turn 5,000 to $1 million in 2024. The first of it was I started out these wallets with 5 grand. I got a big win on Cock Inu. I dumped it in FinRev. You know, you need one breakout win. You need a Mitch where I made 40 grand yesterday, in the last couple of days. You need a Cock Inu. You need Retardio. You know, you need a big win. So if you missed out on making generational wealth in crypto, or if you got carried out in a stretcher during this 3 months of bullshit, this is your second chance, because I'm going to show you in advance how the real coins are going to moon. No, I wouldn't short Brett. I wouldn't short Brett. Will Mitch return? Absolutely. Without risking your money, and it takes literally 5 minutes a day. So who am I? This is me. I'm the gorilla-looking guy. I've got a beautiful wife, and this is my lovely kid. This is us on the banks of the Noosa River, where we have a house, a unit actually. But I live most of my time in Thailand. In the last bull market, I turned a very small amount of money into 756 grand. And I did this with my automated trading systems. I live streamed it all. If you go back on my YouTube channel, you'll see it all every week. You'll see my winning and losing trades. And I want to show you that that financial freedom from this crazy, stupid, scammy market isn't just a pipe dream. Now, everyone who followed my trades back then and the last couple of days and this year has made bucket loads of money. But I've made my systems even better. I gathered some of the world's best quantitative traders. I hired an BlackRock quant called James, the Robot James, on Twitter. You should all follow him, and you should all be reading his stuff at robotjames.com. Best trader I've ever met. He's way better than me. He's 10 times as good as me, actually. And my company, Real Trading Research, we've got some of the really, really great traders in the world. And we make incredibly profitable trades with how much money we're running right now. Let's have a look.
It's sit lamb, as they say in Thai, or is it more than that now?
What are we? We are Sipsongland.
It's Songland.
Yeah, and you can see DYDX V4 growing like a weed. This was we're up to 612K. KuCoin is the only one I'm not happy with, and it's this purple little bitch in here. So this is the breakdown of our. So here's my big promise for the year. By the end of this presentation, you're going to know how to set your positions from this run so you can know precisely which coins are going to explode. You're going to know how to always be in profit. And this solves the when to sell problem. Because as we've seen, especially with these, it's easy to make, it's hard to keep. It's easy to make, it's hard to keep. This is the story of crypto. It goes up faster than any other market in history. It goes down faster than any other market in history. Once you just make peace with that, and you figure out how to solve this problem, that it's like this terrible casino where you're always up, but you can never leave the table. Excuse me, I've got a Labrador. Come in, Labrador. Come on, girl. She likes the air conditioning. In a bull run, and we're in a bull run, the hard part is knowing when to sell and how much to sell. So otherwise, you can get caught holding the bag and losing everything. This is an autopilot way to know exactly when to sell. Since the system automatically keeps you in profit, you can enjoy your wealth without having to constantly check your phone like a sucker to see what the market's doing. In other words, you're always liquid. So what I mean by that is you bought Bitcoin 2021 for $69,000. It went down to 16,000. You can't really cash that out without taking it right in the ass. But I want to show you how you can always be ready to cash out with nearly all your money. If you want to buy a card, whatever the hell you want to buy. I'm going to give you the step-by-step blueprint, which I'm following. And you've seen my wallet. So I'm like, I think if I added up all my accounts, I'm from the 5,000 to 1 million, just under actually, but whatever. Do you think with 800 Canadian, I'm able to make 50K this bull run? Yes, I really do. And I'm going to show you how. I know that might sound crazy, but keep an open mind as you stick with me. If you're starting with 800 Canadian, you want to start with the meme coins. You want to be very, very careful. You want to spend some time getting to know the meme coin market. You want to turn that 800 into 5 or 10 grand, and then you got something to play with. And then you can spread that between probably 4 or 5 higher beta coins, things like Mob, Bobcat, Rune, whatever. I'll show you how to figure it out in a second. Just keep an open mind as you stick with me and entertain the idea that this could be possible for you. All I'd like to make is 25K AUD in the next few months. Motherfucker, I'll do that for you tomorrow. Because I'm going to show you how. But first, I need to show you why we're in for the biggest bull market in history. This could be the last really frothy bull market we'll ever see, because once all this institutional money comes into crypto and BlackRock has ETFs for fucking Dogecoin and everything else, it's just going to be like the stock market. 30% in a good year, good for building wealth over 40 years, probably better than the stock market. But the days of 1000x gains, or, oh yeah, I made 40 grand yesterday off 2 grand, or the overnight Lambo money, this is the last chance for that. So if you want to take advantage of what could be the last greatest bull market ever, you need to pay attention to what's happening to Bitcoin right now. And that anyone can do this. So in 2012, once Bitcoin hit its all-time high, it was like $14. It just spiked. The next year in 2013, it fucked around. Once it hit all-time highs, spiked. That all-time high of 1130 wasn't breached until 2017, but once it did, it just went knucking futs. And in 2020, we saw the same thing. This is reliable behavior, and it's reliable because of a quirk in human nature. The quirk in human nature is that there's no telling how high a crypto coin is going to go. How high could this go? That's the first thing anyone asks me is, what do you think your price targets are? How high? I don't fucking know. All I know is it's a lottery ticket. No one sells a lottery ticket. So once it hits all-time highs, people stop selling, because like now we're on, boys. We're on. We're at all-time highs. We're on. More buyers arrive because it's at all-time highs. I begged my dad, 76 years old, to buy a Bitcoin at $16,000. He's like, oh, that sounds pretty risky. He sat me down to have a serious conversation about putting some of his money in Bitcoin when it was 70,000 a couple of months ago. It is a story as old as time. 35 coins spread out. That's right. That's a good thing. If you're lucky enough or smart enough to own crypto, don't sell it right now. It's happening again. We just hit all-time highs. We dipped down. We're just coming up. It's happening again. The 2024 crypto bull market looks like being the strongest ever. The Ethereum ETF launched yesterday as a game changer, even though the flows have been down so far. Why? Because it opens the way for the Sol ETF next, which is why all these meme coins are pumping, and then plenty more. Now, for the first time, you compare the Ethereum ETF with the CME Bitcoin futures to make a risk-free bet. And let me show you what that is. This is a thing called a basis trade. Okay, this is our annualized basis. So what this is if you buy spot Ethereum in the ETF now and then short it at the same time, if Ethereum goes up, you lose money on your short, you make money on your Ethereum. If Ethereum goes down, you make money on your short, you lose money on the Ethereum, and you collect what's called the basis. This basis has been as high as 30%. Right now, it's sitting at 9.62%. 9.62% might not sound a lot to you, but to institutional traders, without taking a bet on whether or not Ethereum goes up or down, that's very, very attractive. And you can see this becomes reflexive. Once it gets to about 10%, it becomes attractive, and then it starts to go up. This is what we're seeing right now. You could do this in Bitcoin. It's much more profitable in Ethereum, and 30% a year probably doesn't interest you guys. But if you're doing it with a couple of $1 billion and you're doing it on leverage, boy, starts to look pretty attractive. So this is that basis trade is bringing more institutional buyers. For the first time this cycle, we're seeing traders confident enough to spend their profit on the very tiny altcoins. So what's kicking off is all these SOL shitcoins. Now, when the flows went out of the Bitcoin market down here, this is when we had our pullback. This is when we had our pullback. And you can see that we're turning up in Bitcoin. And so my opinion, we're on the verge of alt season. And those Bitcoin profits are flowing into this new generation of memes. The memes to buy, I think Doge will still bang, but the memes to buy Mog, Popcat, Billy, Retardio, these are all going to be $1 billion memes. Retardio, I think, is going to be $1 billion now. Now, these are the market caps of the biggest memes. Dogecoin is 24 billion, Shiba is 18 billion, Pepe 3.7 billion, Dog with Hat 2.6 billion. Dog with Hat is this is probably as high as you could expect an unknown today meme to go to. So you should be starting to scale out at $1 billion. And I want you to know this. Yeah, I've heard that Doge is next for ETFs too. I think Doge is a solid bet for that. The beating heart of crypto, crypto has always been about throwing a couple $100 on an unknown coin. Put it under $2,000 into Mitch and made 40 grand in 2 days. I'm going to turn that into $1 million. Like, this is the beating heart of crypto. Should you have Dogecoin and Pepe? I have Pepe. I don't quite have an opinion on Doge yet. I think everything's going to bang, to be honest now. So once you start to hear about little guys like you and me getting rich off crypto, this is an idea virus. You in your circle of friends, in your circle of 150 people that you know online and in person, you'll hear about one page. I had a friend, Lawrence, and all of a sudden he went from being this guy he was living in Bangkok. He was turning his air conditioner off in summer to save money on the power bill because he couldn't afford the power bill in his 1-bedroom apartment in Bangkok in a shitty area, an hour out of town. He went from that to buying a beachfront house and a yacht and a bevy of hot girlfriends. Like, as soon as you start hearing that, that was the moment I got interested in crypto. I'm like, this guy's a fucking loser. How the fuck is he buying beachfront mansions, and why does he have a yacht? It's like, oh yeah, crypto. The halving usually has a sideways period, then a moon, and that's exactly what we've got. You know, the 2012, we went sideways, then moon. 2016, sideways, then moon. 2020, sideways, then moon. All of these things, they're coming together. So we've got the Bitcoin halving we've already had. We've got the ETF approval for Bitcoin. We've got the Ethereum ETF, the planned Solana. We've got the basis trade. We've got alt season, and we've got meme coins. Every bull market started with a halving, but you might not be aware that every bull market also had interest rate cuts. And we've got 78% probability of interest rate cuts in September. We've never had everything lining up like this, which is why I think it's going to be the biggest bull market of all time, but also the longest running. I don't think this is going to be a one and done spurt like a 2013, like a 2014. I don't think it's going to be a 3-month thing. I think it's going to be a year and a half or 2 years. I think it's going to be a bit slower, and I think it's going to be a bit bigger. You are still very, very early. And this is the perfect time to get positioned. Why is it the perfect time to get positioned? Let me show you. This is the altcoin market cap. This is the last bull market. You can see you can expect big swings along the way. This is this bull market. This is a weekly chart. This doesn't look like a bear market. The line in the sand where you absolutely have to be positioned, and experienced traders here will know, lowest low in 10, this is our seminal buy pattern. Lowest low in 10 bars, one or more higher closes, one or more lower closes, break the bar high. Here, you absolutely have to be all in. How do we know? Oh, because we got the same fucking pattern every fucking time. Lowest low in 10 bars, one or more higher closes, one or more lower closes, break the bar high. Here, you absolutely have to be positioned. Let's go back to here, right at the lows, lowest low in 10 bars, one or more higher closes, one or more lower closes, break the bar high. You absolutely have to be positioned here. And sorry about my shitty line. And you can see what happened. And this goes back again and again and again. Oh, look, what a fucking surprise. Lowest low in 10 bars, one or more higher closes, one or more lower closes, breaks the bar high. You absolutely have to be positioned right here. And as someone in the, as Dan's pointed out in the chat, we've got a Trump looks like he's going to win the election. I don't want to get into politics because I hate that. But it looks like he's going to win. He's the most pro-crypto president in history. His vice president, Jay Vance, he owns a crypto VC company. Trump is unashamedly for sale. He sells NFTs. You really think the crypto market's not going to pump if he gets in? You haven't got a moment to waste, though. This is the time. You've got to be in before we break a weekly bar high. You've got to be in. Got to be in before here. We haven't got a moment to waste. What does that look like? You've got between now and here to get in. You haven't got a moment to waste. The last 2 months, it's been really, really difficult to make money from crypto, but this changes in the blink of an eye. So now is the time. The real problem isn't making the money. It's not fumbling the bag when it all ends. And let's be honest, if Trump will not back the USD with Bitcoin. It would be amazing for Bitcoin, but he won't do it. It's not practical. Bitcoin's not big enough. What if Trump doesn't get in? It depends how much the Democrats alter their platform, because Trump is attracting swing voters with the crypto thing. I think the Democrats will sideline the faction of Elizabeth Warren, who hates crypto, and fire Gary Gensler. If the Democrats modify their crypto policies to try and at least partially match Donald Trump, I think we're good. Yeah, I heard him talking about a secret reserve of Bitcoin, but he says a lot of stuff, guys. Like, you can't really trust a politician. Just assume that everything that comes out of their mouth is bullshit from both sides. So crypto bull markets always end. Yeah, he's a liar. Yeah, Dems might have a chance. Who the hell knows? Like, let's not get bogged down in politics. We're here to make money. And the game isn't how much you make, it's how much you keep. So no questions are off limits. I've shown you all my wallets. I've shown you how much money we've been printing lately. I've got something amazing for sale that automates the whole thing, but I'm promising you that you'll walk away with every single thing you need to implement this strategy and free access to the automated tools. Why is DYDX V4 only using 6% margin when it was using 30 to 40% margin in DYDX V3? Because V4 is dramatically improved and it's taking the same risk with far less money. So it's better. That's the answer. So the plan is to ride this alt season using our 100x Coin Club picks, the meme coins. If you aren't already in there, and you happen to turn up today for some reason, I'll give you free access. We only charge $9 for it anyway, but most of you are here. I'll show you in a few minutes how we take the profits from 100x Coin Club. We get about 10xing that on autopilot without ever risking your profits. And you might think that's bullshit, but since 2019, what I'm going to show you today, it's turned a $10,000 starting investment into $203,000. Yes, it is the best $9 you've ever spent. Today, you're going to see a press button make money system that makes money every single year since we started in 2019. It's never had a losing year. Has 12.6 million of our own money, making 100% a year. It earns risk-adjusted returns better than George Soros and Ray Dalio put together. No bullshit. Works in bull markets and it works in bear markets, which is most important. So you get to keep the money. You don't get fucked. It printed money during the SBF, Sam Bankman-Fried bullshit. It requires no thinking. You don't even need to check it. You don't need to predict stuff. You don't need to know anything about the coins, crypto, blockchain, encryption. You don't need to know all this deck screener stuff that I've shown you today. That's all for people who are starting out with $1,000. Once you've got your money, you want to keep it. And this runs on autopilot. You don't need to check it at all. It takes 3 minutes to set up. If you can set up Netflix, you can do this. Doesn't require any technical skill. It takes the risk out of it because it makes money in bear markets. You don't have to deal with, we're getting rich. Oh, we're getting fucked. Oh, maybe it's okay. Oh, we're going to make it. No, we're not going to make it by the dip. Oh, fuck, that was a bad dip. Oh, maybe we're going to be all right. No, we're not okay. Oh, I can't get any worse than this. Oh, fuck. Oh, fuck. You know, so what we're doing avoids all of that. Now, 4 of the 10 biggest hedge funds in the world use this. It's created countless billionaires and multimillionaires, like John Henry owns Liverpool Football Club, the Boston Red Sox, like Clifford Asness. He's made $1.6 billion. He was an academic nerd at the University of Chicago. He wrote the second ever academic paper on this. I've been doing this since 2014. Here's my own personal results. Actually, that's down to $7 million and counting, because I pulled $2 million out into cash in the last couple of months. And I've done the last couple of years in TradFi. Crypto's much better. I did 18%, 32%, 89%, 51%. Year to date, 149%. This is based on the oldest and most consistent way of profiting from any market, which is it's called trend following. The trend is your friend. So what is trend following? It's the simple idea that once a coin starts going up, it has a higher probability of going up. See it? Was previously available only to the largest hedge funds in the world. Why? Because you need to take 100 different positions. 100 different positions requires, each position is a minimum of 100 grand. In TradFi, you need to play with $1 million and up. And even then, it's not ideal. There's an entire $300 billion industry. They've been printing money, and not one trend following hedge fund has ever blown up. My buddy Niels from Dunn Capital, he's outperformed the S&P 500 by 475% over 50 years. Yeah, little girl. Oh, sorry, baby. You okay? I'm fine. Everyone, come and meet my little girl. You're going to come in here and say so, do you? Oh, what a beautiful girl she is. She's so addicted. So beautiful. You're going to play with your doggy? Daddy. Yeah, baby. Okay, you're going to play with Kunyai. Kunyai means grandma in Thai. And I live with my mother-in-law, which is wonderful. I love my Kunyai. These are my retirement accounts. Because I'm full-time in crypto these days, I just gave them to another firm. And these guys have done amazingly well. Over 20 years, they've done 15%. And I'm rich thanks to these guys. And my own trading as well. And the trend following index, this is a list of every trend following fund that's been around for 10 years or more. This is after fees. The gray line is the stock market. The stock market's been the strongest stock market in recorded history. You can see trend following's just crushed it. Now, let's go back to the old school. The first human city was in ancient Sumeria, the oldest, before there was money, before there was even the concept of money. People used to use barley as money. This was the first time that humans gathered together in a city, and they built this bitch. They stored the prices of barley on these cuneiform tablets, buried them because they were important back then. That was the price of money. Barley was money. Dug up the tablets. We run our trend following systems on these prices. Works exactly as well as it did 5,000 years ago. And the pattern that I showed you, the lowest low in 10 bars, lowest low in 10 bars, one or more high closes, one or more lower closes. You think I came up with that? No, I stole it off 16th century Japanese rice traders. Japanese rice markets were the very first futures markets. They knew all about trend following even then. I'm using their systems. These 16th century Japanese rice trading systems, I'm using them just as well today. This has worked annoyingly well for the parts in, this is every decade since 1880. You can see we haven't had a losing decade. We have plenty of losing years, but 9%, 14%, 10.2, 8.3, 17. Like, these are pretty good returns decade on decade. It's much better than stocks. It's as close to a law of gravity as we have in financial markets. It's worked in stocks, bonds, real estate, FX, commodities, every country in the world. It's worked for 10,000 years. Why? Because human nature hasn't changed. I'm just as greedy as I ever was. I get just as fearful when the market goes down as I ever did. We're still greedy. We're still fearful. The amazing thing, the thing that I've discovered, and this is why I pivoted to crypto in 2019, is it works 6 times as well in crypto. Why? Not because I'm smarter or anything like that. It's just because it's brand new, and the people who want to be, crypto is it's a risky thing to trade a brand new market. You get paid for that risk. This is our strategy. The yellow is Bitcoin. You can see there are times when Bitcoin outperforms it, but there are times when Bitcoin gets fucked too. Whereas our stuff, it goes sideways for long periods, and then it's way up here now. It's like, it's actually way past here now. But yeah, this is what it is. This is what we call the greatest discovery in little guy finance. Why little guy finance? Because let me show you. Yeah, let me show you. This is an absolutely irresponsible volatility target. So he runs this super aggressively, this guy. He started off 11th of March, 2025 with $243. It did basically nothing until the bull market started to kick off. $600. By November, the bull market was in swing. It's $200 is 2,400, 4,000, 5,000. Reached a peak of 10,000, dropped back down to 7,000. Then it went to 18,000. He lost 6,000 in a single day, made it back in 3 days. He's on a wild ride, this boy. He got to 21,000, and where is he today? He's at 13,000. So he turned $225 into $13,000. These are the top 10 long and short positions that he has right now. You can see that the longs are much bigger than the shorts. The shorts are all like $500 positions to $300 positions, whereas the longs, we've got some big positions. Let's look at his portfolio, adjust it by notional size. You can see the 4 biggest long positions. The 4 biggest positions are long, then we've got a short. Let's have a look at the short. This is the way the system works. Let me show it to you. We make a forecast of what we think the market's going to do. These are not things that I came up with. These are things that we stole off industry standard hedge fund things. And What do they look like? They look like breakouts, 10-day breakouts, 20-day breakouts, 40-day breakouts, 80-day breakouts. They look like Bollinger Bands, 8, 16, 32, 64, 128, 256, moving average crossovers, and some other stuff that I won't bother explaining. And we weight those according to how well they do. So, for example, a 40-day breakout is out on Bitcoin, is outperforming all the others. So it gets more money. The top signal in Bitcoin is normalized momentum. Second top is MACD. So they get more capital than these others. This is how we work it. If the signal is if our forecast is negative, we bet that the market goes down. So we started betting that this market would go down here, and it's still going down. Let's look at Solana. So you can see that when Solana was going up all the way through here, until this day, we had some long position in Solana. We had some short position in Solana, and we got long again right here when it started going up. If it starts going up, we take a position in it. And how do we do it? We have lots and lots and lots and lots of coins. Why? Because there's a lot of randomness and a lot of luck. How do you take the luck out of things? You take a lot of bets. Now, how does this really work? If we look at the coins that win, like this was the first start of the bull market, the winning coin that you wanted to own above all others was TIA, the green one. I want you to go back and you can see that this green line already started to win very early on. And you can see that all the other coins that started to win early on also ended up near the top of the list. This is human nature, is that everyone loves a winner. People are talking about Retardio now, not because it's a great coin, because it's winning. Everyone loves a winner. Now, this is the 2020, the first part of the 2021 bull market, which was that bit. The coin that you wanted to own was Matic. You can see that Matic was the yellow boy that started to outperform. The second coin you wanted to own was Doge. Way before Elon started to tweet about it, you can see it outperformed everything else. This is just the way it works. The second part of the bull market, this one here, this bit here, the coin that you wanted to own above all others was Sand, which we did in fact own. You can see that way early, the green line here, it starts to outperform every other coin. When you see that, you just got to hold that coin. That's what you just got to do. And so you now possess the ability to know which coins are going to be the moonshots for this market. And just so that, let's do it in real time. So what we want to do is go back to our lows. You can see this was the low of the market. I'm going to put a little vertical line in there. And we're going to... What's working since then? The dark blue line is Bitcoin. Anything underperforming Bitcoin is immediately suspect. What have we got outperforming? We've got Ontology, JTO, we've got Radium, we've got AR, that's one of the coins we hold. We've got Jupe, a coin I really like. We've got Rune, we've got Solana, we've got INJ, we've got Doge, we've got NIA. You know, so we can tell. What is this? TIA. Damn, TIA. Could be worth a look. It'd be worth a look. So this is how you do it. Now let me show you how to do it without any work or without any thinking or guesswork or uncertainty or luck, and turn it into a system that doubles your money every year on autopilot. And just so you think, no, I'm not giving that system away for free. Sorry, I should have deleted that slide. So I can automate this whole thing into a press button money printing machine, or I have a very low cost version that you have to enter the trades yourself. You're going to learn how to ride this bull market for all it's worth, compound your gains into generational wealth without lifting a finger. So let's say you bought Bitcoin at the perfect time in 2019 for $3,700. Our strategy's done 107%, Bitcoin's done 57%, but you did it without any of the fuckery that you had to experience from Bitcoin hodling. Like, these guys are back up here now, but boy, there were some hateful days. Now, with our system, at any point you can cash your money out. You don't have to wait until you don't get stuck holding the bag. If you bought at the absolute top of the bull market in the last bull market, you would have actually tripled your money since then. You never had to try and time them at the exit perfectly, which is incredibly hard. It is really hard. If you put $10,000 back in 2019, you'd have $380,000 right now, compared to 110,000 in Bitcoin and 146,000 in altcoins. Actually, those numbers are a bit off. You'd have probably about 180,000 in Bitcoin. But the point is that after year 5, your 10,000 is 380, and you're just a few bends around the road. You're just a short drive away from an 8-figure retirement. And how do I know? Because shit, I added it up last time I was in Australia in April, and not in April, in a couple of months ago, I added it up, and I'm over 8 figures now. It's just shocking to me. Like, I was broke. I was so broke. I was negative. I didn't have a pot to piss in or a window to throw it out of, and I was broke. And now I'm worth well over 8 figures, and I've done it from this. If you wish you had a time machine, go back to 2011 and buy Bitcoins. This is the next best thing. So I traded this in the old markets, my retirement accounts. I can show them to you if you want. They were 10 million bucks, but I pulled a couple of $1 million out to buy a house, my dream house, actually. And I did that over the last 3 months. And we've been running it in crypto for a couple of years. The results are incredible. It's much better. It's night and day better on crypto. And we started offering it to our best clients in the middle of the bear market. And this is what it did. In the middle of the crypto bear market, it did 100% during the bear market. From 14th of April 2023, which was the absolute worst time to do it. When was the 14th of April? Right here. This was the worst time you could possibly imagine to start trading crypto, and we crushed it. This is how well real hedge funds do. Like, most of them are, this is the best one in the world. These are the 2023 full year returns. Whale Rock did 59%, but most of them are 2 to 10%, at least half of them. We're crushing them. We're beating them. We promised to double people's money in a year. Every single person who's used this system has made money. Everyone wins, no exceptions. Never heard of anything like that in my life. The special deal that I've got for you today is that I fucking guarantee you that if you buy it before the end of the month and you fund your account, if you don't make money in the first month, you're going to get a full refund. So let me show you how it works. It's pretty simple. This is the amount of money you started with. This is your current market value. This is your profit. To pull your money out, you don't need to ask my permission. I never take control of your money. It stays in your exchange account, which is Binance, Bybit, BitGet, KuCoin. If you're in America, DYDX version 3 or DYDX version 4, which is far superior in my opinion. These are what the equity curves look like. We have long sideways periods and we make money. We have long sideways periods and we make money. The next thing you see is the top 10 long and short positions. Next thing you see is your portfolio. You can sort it alphabetically. You can sort it by longs and shorts. You can see we've still got plenty of shorts, and you can sort it by notional value. So you can see that our biggest positions are long, but outside of the big coins, we're mostly short. And this is kind of smart because the big coins tend to go first. This is about creating generational wealth from crypto. You know, if you do 100% a year, after 5 years, you're 320,000. If you only do half that, after 5 years, you're 61,000, but you're within sight of at half as good as we've done so far. You're looking at a 33x return over 10 years. If we keep going as well as we're doing, and I think I'm going to beat it, you're looking at 10 million bucks starting with 10 grand. And I mean, this is real. And I know because I've done it and I can prove it to you. And I have generational wealth. I can't spend the money that I mean, I live in Thailand, so it's hard to spend money, but fuck guys, like I couldn't possibly spend more money in Thailand than I spend. Like, we've got hot and cold running servants around the place. I don't drive expensive cars or anything like that. I ride a 10-year-old motor scooter. But aside from that, we live a life of absolute luxury and spare no expense. And I couldn't possibly run out of money. And that's what I want for you. So the compounding, the gains happen at the end. What you really want to do is relax and enjoy the ride. Keep your hands off the steering wheel. If you try and time this, I'm going to put money in here and take money out. If you want to put money in, the time to put money in is here, is here, is here. That's the time to put money in. And yeah, if you can keep your hands off the steering wheel, just don't fuck with it. It's going to make you rich in 5 or 10 years. Don't worry about the day-to-day. At the end of every year, it shows a profit. At the end of every year, it shows a profit. At the end of every rolling 365-day period, it shows a profit. No matter how you do it, there is a difference between bear markets and bull markets. Bear markets, we have long sideways periods and you make money in crashes. They have long sideways periods, you make money in crashes. Bull markets, it's steady, and then you have shorter sideways periods. Bull markets, your average sideways period is 19 to 31 days. Bear markets, 60 to 148 days. Now, my goal for you is the goal for myself. I want to be able to do whatever the fuck I want, wherever I want, with whoever I want, for as long as I want. Most people use their time to buy money. You go to a job and they give you money and you spend that on living. I want to flip the script on that for you. I want you to use money to buy the life that you've always wanted. Compounding. Compounding does the work. So who's impressed so far? I owe you a big thank you for sitting through all of my bullshit. For those of you who don't know me, I'm trying to be the best in the world at this shit. I put a serious amount of effort into learning the maths, the statistics. I upgrade my skills every single day. I'm all over this like a fat kid on a Mars bar, and it is the honor of my life to grind like an animal for this community. I make money for you guys. I make money for myself. We all rise together. We're going to generational wealth, and I want you with me. And I've got one more thing to show you, and it's just the best fucking thing that I say for last. So we got a way to earn twice as much. Now, what would that do for your life? And how much faster could that get you to your freedom number? My freedom number is 20 mil, by the way. Used to be 10, but kind of stretched a bit. I'm going to get there this year. If you start off with 100% a year versus 200% a year, after 1 year, it's a decent difference, but after 2 years, it just streaks away. It's 90 versus 40, and after 3 years, it goes nuts. Now, this is how the really big algo trading firms make so much money, is they don't have one system. Right now, we have one system. It's a trend following system with 36 different trend following algos. So it's 36 different systems blended together, but they're all kind of similar. What the game plan is, we blend multiple systems together, and you get a diversification effect where it's more than the sum of the parts. When one system isn't working, another one is. Carry is the second strongest edge in finance. There's far more institutional money using it than trend. Institutional traders like it because it has this probability, it has this distribution where it makes money most days and then shits the bed occasionally. Makes money most days, shits the bed occasionally. Makes money most days, shits the bed occasionally. It's only got 53% a year on crypto with a Sharpe of 1.17. But magic happens when we blend them together. We're blending 35-65% mix of carry at 53%, Sharpe 1.17, with trend 100% a year at Sharpe 1.71. And it looks way better. It looks 243% at Sharpe 2.15. Now, this is a little wild for most of you. This has a max drawdown of 34.75%. I think most of you are going to be bitching at that. I would tone this down, and every system is custom. So, for example, this is a 100-volt system. Let me show you the same system at 40 volt. So the system at 100 volt turned $200 into $13. This was an API outage, by the way. Don't worry about that. This one has turned 82,000 into 148,000 in the same time period. So you can have it as, but it's done it with very small drawdowns. It's done it with under 20% drawdowns. So you can choose it to be as mild or as wild as you like. If you want to earn 200% a year, I'll support you in. If you want to earn 50x in a year, you need some luck for that to happen. You need a bull market. But I can support you in that. If you're not comfortable with 34% drawdowns, we can dial that down to half that. We do it just for you. Every user gets a custom system. I would like to see you dialing this to around 180 to 200% a year. It's the difference between retiring at 40 and retiring at 50. And because this has been life-changing for me and my family, I want to give you the deal of a lifetime. We got 3 tiers of FINREV. FINREV Silver is the one you execute yourself. It's a signal service. You get told exactly what to buy and sell. I'll show you in a sec. It's $1,000 for 3 years. FINREV Gold is what I've just shown you. Is $6,500 for 3 years of fully automated trend following trading. What happens after those 3 years are up? Am I going to sting you for another $60,500? No, I'm going to charge you 20% of the profits we make together. So if you don't make money, I don't make money. FINREV Platinum has some excellent features. FINREV Platinum has trend plus all of our other systems that we're adding to it, but it also gives you a couple of key abilities. It gives you the ability to run multiple accounts. So you can run one account mild and you can run one account wild. You can split your risk between exchanges. You can run one on Binance, one on Bybit, one on DYDX. So that way, if worse comes to worse and an exchange fucks you, you're not completely fucked. This is $9,500 for 3 years of fully automated trading. Now, the deal that I have for you until the end of the month, you got 4 more days to book the call, is if you don't make a profit within 30 days, you got 7 days of onboarding, and Ian's going to post the fine print in the chat, you're eligible for a full refund. So what is it exactly? You get 3 years of automated algorithmic trading with FINREV. You get the financial revolution. You get VIP onboarding with one of our expert crypto trader coaches, not some sort of customer service monkey in the third world. You get all the stats and monitoring that I've showed you today. You can delay starting or pause at any time. Let's say you see another Mitch, another Retardio. You want to pause, dump your money in that, and then pull it back out. Fuck yeah, I'm here to support that. We've got 2 guarantees. We've got your double your money guarantee. If you aren't in profit using the first 12 months using a system, we'll let you use it for free until you've doubled your money. And we've got the second guarantee until the end of the month. If you book your call before the end of the month, you don't make money you fund it in the first 7 days. If you don't make money in that 30-day period, I'm so confident that you're going to make money in the first 30-day period. You can have your money back. Can't beat that. If I'm wrong, I don't get paid. if you need a payment plan, if you need a shorter commitment, you want a longer commitment, if you're working with $1 million stack, come talk to us. We'll do you a special deal. If you're working with a really big stack, happy to work on percentage of profit basis. If you're an existing customer and you want to upgrade, you can just pay the current 3K difference. FinRev.trade/call. If you haven't got the funds now, get the deal. And when you're ready to trade, we start your time from there. There's no hurry. So this is just some results. So I've taken up a lot of people's time. Any questions, guys? Ian?
I don't think so. I got distracted by Cheryl. Cheryl, if you want to email support, just because I'm not sure of what your real name is, then somebody can take a look at that contract.
Yeah, dude, I'm pretty sure we're gonna give you another half a year on that. That doesn't sound right. That sounds like an error on our part, which we, I'm not in the fuckery business, guys. Like I'm here for you guys to make money. You need to book a call for the silver version of FinRev. Really happy to share everything. It's nothing held back. I'm not one of those, like, I'm the furthest thing from an influencer. I'm a fat guy on the internet. I'm wearing pajamas. You can see, wearing my pajamas.
Oh, well, thank goodness you've got trousers on today.
Yeah, we did. I did a webinar once wearing no pants, and I mooned the webinar. It was, yeah. The marketing team gave me a little bit of shit about that. Apparently.
Oh. Okay.
Yeah, thank you for your time, everyone. I really recommend FinRev. FinRev is these meme coins, they're Tinder dates. Some of these altcoins, they're the hot stripper that you want to date. But FinRev is the wife material. FinRev is the one that's going to do it for you in the long term. What's the best way for an extreme beginner with very low capital to get things going correctly to be profitable? Meme coins on Solana, Phantom Wallet. Be very, very careful. Start doing $10 trades until you figure it out, because there's some shit you need to know. Oh, one big thing. Once you have a Phantom Wallet or a MetaMask wallet or any kind of on-chain wallet, you have to be exceptionally careful about links you click on the internet. You can't just Google something and say, oh, that's the top link on Google for it. Click on it. There'll be wallet draining scams. Let me show you what I mean. If I click on, if I Google, you can't click, you just can't click on random links off Google on the internet. You get all your links from Dex Screener or DeFi Llama, places like that. And
if
for
it
example,
reaches out to you and says, hey, I've got this bag of free money for you.
Yeah. They say, oh, you're eligible for an airdrop. Click here. If you've lost money in a scam, contact me and I'll get it all back for you. That's another scam. So this on-chain stuff, you want to get all your information from here. This is the Retardio token. I want to scroll down to where it says Retardio. And now when I go to Raydium and swap, I can post that in the chat. I can post that in the thing, and that way I know I've got the correct contract.
Nice. Well, that is exactly 2 hours.
Okay, that I've taken up enough of your time. I'm sorry. I try and get them done in an hour, but I'm passionate about meme coins. Like, I think meme coins are a really, really good way for someone starting with a tiny stack
Absolutely. You need to end the call, Scott. You're the host. Cheerio, everyone.